Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking through some key tips as to how to hit a great drop shot in tennis. So the first thing that we need to look at is our grip. So the grip that we want to be using is the continental grip. And so that's exactly the same grip as we would be using for our volleys, our slices, and our serves and overheads. Now that we understand the grip, now let's talk about the swing and the take back. So in general, with the drop shot, we want to be disguising that we're going to be hitting a drop shot. So our opponent can't anticipate the drop shot before we've already hit it. So what you will see many professional players doing is winding back their take back as though they were going to hit a normal ground stroke, like a normal topspin backhand or a normal flat backhand. Then as they get to the back of their take back here, they then take their backhand off and come under the ball like so to hit a drop shot. So this quick change into the continental grip and quick change into hitting a drop shot is what helps you to disguise the drop shot really well, so that your opponent is less likely to be able to retrieve it quickly and you're more likely to win the point. But essentially, we want to make sure that as we are coming into the drop shot, we want to have the racket head above the grip level. We don't want to be coming in here to hit a drop shot, because the swing path of the drop shot is from high to low. So this is the opposite of when we want to be hitting topspin on the ball. When we want to hit topspin on the ball, we need to go from low to high. But with the drop shot, we need to go from high to low to get behind the back of the ball and a little bit under the ball as well. And we want to make sure that our racket and our hands are super soft with this drop shot. Because if our hands are tight and we're really tense and trying to muscle the ball in any way, then the drop shot is going to end up floating high or landing deep, which is not what we want. We want to make sure that we're really nice and loose with our hands, and we're making sure that we're absorbing the ball on the string. So a really great way to kind of help you with this feel of getting that great touch and backspin is playing little small games near the net. So there's a game called touch tennis, which many players play as a warm-up or a fun game to finish their sessions. And essentially this game is where two players are standing up close to the net and they're just hitting touch shots. So drop shots, drop volleys to each other, moving each other around the service box, trying to win the point. So playing little games like this helps you to feel that touch, feeling the ball absorb on your strings and not hitting the ball too hard. So I recommend you guys play small games around the net like this, and this is going to help you to feel and improve your touch a lot more. The next tip is about maintaining control of your body. So with our backhand and forehand ground strokes, when we're driving the ball, obviously our body is not going to be staying still. We're going to be using a lot of rotation on the ball with our upper body and lower body. But with the drop shot, we want to make sure that we are pretty still. And this is going to help with control and precision of the shot. We don't want to be moving too much. We don't want to be moving our head or opening the shoulders too much. This is going to help with maintaining racket head stability and control, which is so key to hit a good drop shot. The next thing I'm going to talk about is shot selection. So when is a good time to use the drop shot? So many players think of the drop shot as a defensive shot, but it's actually an offensive shot. And you shouldn't be playing the drop shot from behind the baseline. You should always try and play the drop shot from inside the baseline. And this is because from behind the baseline, it's going to be really hard to pull off a good level drop shot. And another key factor to mention is obviously you want to think about where your opponent is on the court. So if they are behind the baseline, then that is a really good time to hit the drop shot. So when you're inside the baseline and when your opponent is behind the baseline, going for a drop shot is a good idea. But if your opponent is inside the baseline, then that might not be a good option, because your opponent might be able to retrieve the drop shot. In addition, it's really important that you don't overuse the drop shot. I know many recreational players do love to hit drop shots during most points, but don't do this, because your opponent is going to get used to the drop shot and they're going to see it coming more often. So you want to make sure the drop shot is surprising to your opponent. So I would recommend using it once every 3 games or once every 4 games to keep your opponent on their toes and not expecting the drop shot. That's the key thing. If they're always expecting the drop shot and they know that when you come inside the baseline and have opportunity to hit a more of an aggressive shot, if they know that you always come in and hit a drop shot instead of more of an aggressive shot, then they are gonna move their court position a little bit up the court and be able to retrieve the drop shots more often. So it's really important that you just mix this in and not have it as a default weapon in your game. So guys, there we have it, a quick rundown of how to hit a drop shot. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then make sure you give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more coaching videos like this one to come. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.